Today I want to see how it feels to do a 17-hour Ironman. A lot of triathletes like to say that an Ironman is like the toughest one-day event in sport, but in my opinion, the only people who can actually say that are those final finishers that make it in just before the cutoff time. And to me, these guys are the proper Ironman athletes because they're racing as hard as they can to finish, but they're going for like twice as long as the guy who actually wins. Now, my best Ironman time I did like 3 weeks ago, it was a 9:29. So in theory, I could go just a really slow Ironman, but then I wouldn't really be getting the experience that those guys have. So what I'm gonna do today is go as far as I can within all the cutoff times. So that's gonna be 2 hours and 20 minutes in the swim, 7 hours and 40 minutes on the bike, and 7 hours on the run. Okay, the time is currently 6:06 a.m., which means we're going until 11:06 p.m. tonight. That's our cutoff time. Let's see how far I can swim in 2 hours and 20 minutes.
I think I might be having a heart attack.
That's one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up into 1K intervals because my watch tends to lose track of distance after a while, and that way I can actually keep count. Okay, second K done, 18:35. Okay, that's 3K. Today is a pretty unique experience for me because my main goal is to just finish, but the way I'm going to define finish is I actually have to push myself all day. I can't just stroll around easy for like 17 hours. Doesn't mean I have to go fast, like speed doesn't matter, but all that matters is that I actually push myself as hard as I can over the 17 hours because that's what's going to get me that proper Ironman experience. Okay, 4K in. Okay, that's 5K. We are getting into the long swim territory here. Okay, 6K in. I've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes, which means 15 minutes left. So maybe time for like, I don't know, like 700 meters to bang out. Oh man, this is getting to the pretty long swim stage. I'm getting pretty tired. Alright, that's it, swim's done. I think we ended up at like 6.7K, so it was pretty hard, pretty tired. Certainly I literally haven't done any swimming in the last 3 weeks since Ironman Western Australia, so not the best swim shape, but I've got to get changed really quick and jump on the bike because the whole 17 hours includes transition times. Okay, so in my mind, the proper triathlete doesn't have a fancy wetsuit and carbon fiber shoes, and they definitely don't have a fancy carbon fiber time trial bike. So today we're doing this one on my old steel road bike. Alright, we're off. Not the fastest transition, it was like 10 minutes, but dropped the bag off at home and we'll start knocking some Ks down. Bunch of bags of Powerade nutrition, absolute essentials, a couple of Nutella sandwiches. I think we're good to go now. Time to get back on the road. Alright, we're on the bike now. I was feeling like honestly really cooked after that swim, but I think the ketone shot and the Nutella sandwich is like the perfect cocktail to get the energy levels back up. So feeling pretty good now. Hold a steady rhythm and we'll see how far we can hammer this old road bike for 7 hours and 40 minutes. So normally in a triathlon, I'm a big proponent of just going in the suit like an astronaut, but today it just doesn't feel right.
Like, I'm not gonna pee my pants for this training marathon. That's just not gonna happen.
Look, I'm not too sure how this old bike's gonna go for speed and distance today, but 7 hours and 40 minutes will be the longest time I've ever spent on a bike. Might not be the furthest ride I've ever done, but it's definitely gonna be the longest time I've ever spent on the bike, which is gonna be pretty brutal. 10 a.m. now, forecast today is to be like above 30 degrees Celsius, so she's gonna be absolutely cooking. It's been going for like an hour and a half. I'm really unsure of what good pace is on this sort of ride. Like, I don't want to completely destroy myself, but I also don't want to leave anything in the tank today. So you hear that noise? Those are cicadas. And in Australia, that means it's hot as fuck. This is a secret formula, which is just fill your back pocket up with Snap-lock bags of blue Powerade.
The Blue Doctor.
The Blue Doctor. Refill. Oh, it's actually nice doing it like sort of self-supported because you get the quick aid station breaks rather than going through the heat, but holy it's starting to heat up, eh?
Not good for a strawberry blonde guy.
I'm not built for this like environment, eh? My ancestors are not from this kind of climate. We've got like what, 5? I've got 5 hours left. You've got like 20 minutes left. I've got 5 hours left on the bike, 7 hours left on the run, so it's yeah, literally 12 hours and 45 seconds until I'm done. Blake's gone, I'm riding solo now, approaching like 3.5 hours. So I've got like 4 and a bit left. It's starting to really heat up, getting pretty tired on the legs. You know, as much as I am complaining about the heat today, come to think of it, there are definitely days in Kona that have been hotter, more humid and windier than this, and people have still done 17-hour Ironmans, so I guess I don't really have anything to complain about. All right, we're over 4 hours in on the bike, which means we're over halfway. The fact that I know that means that I can still pass a Lionel Sanders cognition test.
Cognition test? Test my cognition. Someone test my cognition, please.
It's also a good mental boost, knowing that I'm over halfway, and looking at my current pace, I'm actually on track to cover at least the Ironman distance, which is good, but not gonna lie, still pretty tired here, so we've got plenty of work left.
All we do is get laid off, we the wicked ones,
Oh, all right, currently 4 hours and 40 or 39 minutes in, so not actually too sure how long I have left, which means I've just failed the Lionel Sanders cognition test, somewhere like 3 hours, right? Something like that. Update, I don't know, it's really hot, tired, exhausted, just keen to keep banging it out, gonna refill my water bottles now, throw on a lot more sunscreen and just keep going. Like, I think the whole thing with today, like, it's not really a performance-based thing, it is just a pure test of to keep on going and to not stop. Like, that's literally all it is. So all I've got to do is hammer out until we hit that 7 hour and 40 minute mark and then do a 7 hour run. Oh man, this is gonna be a gnarly night.
Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out.
Very tired. Very tired.
Better to do when I'm stuck on.
Okay, I've got 2 hours left on the bike now, which mentally is a pretty good way to break it down for me, because 2 hours is like my regular daily ride. So the way I'm thinking of it is I just think to do what I do almost most days, but obviously with a lot more fatigue and then like a 7 hour run off the back. But with all the stops that I've had, actually cutting it a little fine to make the actual Ironman distance. So you don't have to actually put a foot down to make sure we at least get that 180k in.
I let it go, cause I won't see you later when we're not allowed to talk it out. I said I'd go, put myself on the show, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I throw my shoe, take the plan on you, but you didn't know I planned it out. I said I'd go, yeah, I won't see you later when we're not allowed to figure it out.
Hour and a half left on the bike. That means that we are halfway through for the entire day. First 8.5 hour shift is done. Now it's time to start the second one.
Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cut some tea, trying to figure it out.
Alright, we're under an hour to go on the bike. As of right now, I can say that I couldn't have done much more on the bike. Like, I've pushed about as hard as I could possibly push, given my current form and fitness. So I just want to maintain that for the last like 55 minutes now, and then I can get off the bike at least proud that I've pushed myself that hard. Honestly though, the thing that's got me most nervous about this whole thing is the run. Like, I've done similar swims and similar rides before, but a 7-hour run is something I've never even gone close to. So, big night ahead. Alright, we just crossed 180k. We have now done the Ironman bike. Honestly, to anyone who's done an Ironman on like an old road bike like this and finished, kudos to you, because this is bloody hard to ride a bike like this for this long. It's taken me like almost 2 hours longer than it took me 3 weeks ago in Busselton. Bike's done. Alright, gotta be quick in the transition because the run has technically started. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go. Actually, alright, now we're good. Oh, wow. Okay, my legs are very sore. Definitely the most tired I've ever started a run, and at least in terms of time, it's going to be the longest run I've ever done.
I got the money in my pocket. I got the cookies in my hand. I got myself a couple of tickets to see a rock and rollin' band.
Okay, we're through the first couple K now, averaging between like 5:30, 6-minute pace at the moment, which, I mean, pace is like just not an issue. Like, the only thing that matters is actually pushing myself for the full 7 hours. So hopefully my legs hold up. Let's go. 7k in, like 40 minutes or so. I'm already starting to battle, I think.
It's a riot. And still you're only 17. But little girl, you were so shy.
Okay, first hour done. Honestly, really starting to battle already. Come back home for restocking nutrition and stuff. I'm just gonna head out now, try and bang out like, I don't know, maybe 2 more hours before I come back here and resupply. But holy crap, oh, everything's like already twitching. It's gonna be a good battle.
You know one Prop Garden?
Yeah, that one.
Next door?
Nah, far end.
Thanks, mate.
Body of a woman, you nearly make me lose my breath. You know you give me such a feeling. You almost scared me half.
90 minutes in now. Just ticking K's over. Like, all I'm focused on at the moment is just trying to bank meters. Banking meters. 2 hours done. Got a pretty good rhythm here of like 6 minutes per kilometre, and just trying to lock into that and banging out as many K's as I can. Walking the steep hill. Times like this, I'm sort of just thinking of all the people who have actually been in this exact position, which is heading out into an Ironman run, 5 hours remaining as the sun goes down with no one around, and they just have to keep marching it out, the Ironman Death March. So it's fun to be partaking in such a noble tradition. Hills are starting to cook me, so I've come to the dead flat netball courts, 400 meters a lap. Oh, stomach's playing up a bit too by the sounds of it, but a little over 4 hours to go, so banging out meters. Okay, so I can get into a pretty good rhythm here, which means I'm going to make this ground zero. So I'm going to run to the store, buy 3 more bottles of Coke, come back here, and this is going to be base camp. For the next 4 hours, I will try and bang out as many meters, I guess as many laps as we can.
Just one try, and now you can lose. A body of a woman, you nearly make me lose my breath. You know you give me such a feeling, you almost scare me half to
You know, I think there's something about doing something like this for no point other than to push myself as far as I can go that really captures the spirit of Ironman and endurance sports. 3 hours, 20 minutes in, legs hurt. That's the only update. Back on the netball courts.
What you say where you might not know.
3 hours, 40 minutes in, 31k down. So cool.
Choke around the thief in the night. Love is happening in the midst of it all. Love is happening in the burning. There is always sweet and sounds of we are not knowing.
About 3 hours and 10 minutes left, which means that I've got about the same amount of time left as what I ran the marathon in WA a few weeks ago. So don't think I'm gonna manage 42 in the last 3 hours, but gonna give it everything I've got. It's basically from here on, you just bury yourself. Alright, over 4 hours in, my legs are absolutely falling apart. But this is what Ironman is all about. Alright, need to walk for a minute. Oh, legs are so cooked. Only 36k in, which goes to show the amount of damage was done in the day, in the 10 hours before this run even started. Is yeah, I'm like fried. But I'm kind of glad, honestly, kind of glad that I feel like this, because this is literally how I imagine those 17-hour proper Ironman athletes feel. So, okay, this now is definitely the most I've ever blown up in any kind of endurance event. I'm reduced to hardly a run. I mean, this is a proper Ironman shuffle. But I mean, that is exactly what I was looking for today. I'm going for like an absolute run-walk tactic here at the moment. Definitely the most cooked my legs have ever been during an event. This is very hectic. Okay, I've just officially covered the, holy crap, I can't see anything without my face. I've just covered the marathon, which means that I've actually covered the total Ironman distance at least, which is kind of cool because it's the first time now that I've done 2 Ironmans in the same month, but my legs are really feeling that.
What you say where you might not know. You get the feeling coming up in the glow. The bag of money is a movie star, so I'll tell you what.
The way I would describe my legs right now is like if I'd finished an Ironman, sat down for like an hour, and then someone told me to go run again. So I'm just doing like laps of my street because it's basically the only flat part in this area. But I just realized based on the way I'm walking, if my neighbors see me, they're just gonna think I'm some drunk idiot that can't find my house. Okay, right now I would describe my legs as like incapacitated. Like, it is the worst looking run you've ever seen. Absolutely cooked legs, like fried, absolutely fried. Now I know there's the whole David Goggins run on broken legs, but look, let me tell you, that's not me. My legs fucking hurt. This is brutal. finisher experience. I think I've definitely got that. Holy crap, my legs hurt. Oh god. Okay. Shout out to the final finishers. That was hectic. You guys are the proper Ironman athletes.